Hi everyone, me again. I have a few things I want to show you in terms of the eyes, because today is our section is around eyes products, eye makeup. And first of all, I want to cover just very quickly eyes. In terms of brows first, probably really good products that I always use, and I think it's something worth mentioning. Gel, Yves Saint Laurent brow gel, which gives you really good definition, and it really works well on stubborn brows, sometimes difficult to manage. Pencil wise, my favorite is always been and probably will be Dior. It's very good. I think it's called Precision. It really is good for precise application if you want to. What I'm doing this way. It's very thin, it really is, but it's very good for picking up areas where you need filling, and it works perfectly. Really nice brush. One I think hasn't been one pencil I think has been underestimated, I think, as a brand overall. It's quite good quality. It's Amiga 1, 2, 3. Another product is Amiga pencil. I use quite a lot, almost every day. It's about third I had in total. Really nice brush as well, similar to mascara brush. And when you work with pencils, they kind of, because they're powder based, they are getting off easier than gel. So this kind of thing is a little gel. Givenchy pressed gel for brows is a superb thing to have. You really need to. Very briefly about mascaras. My favorite always has been a Dior Show. Not this one. Dior Show, which is sitting here waiting for me to finish. Charlotte Tilbury. Full fat lashes, always been a good product. She launched two types of mascara. One was Legendary Lashes, which turned out to be real crap. I think they've taken it off production and they revamped it. They've changed the formula, and I heard that the second one isn't much better than the first one, so I don't know what exactly they're doing wrong. I would rather stick to one good mascara than have one good and one really bad, but it's just, is the way it is. So Charlotte Tilbury full fat lashes, absolutely superb mascara. It does add length, volume, drama. The whole volume. It is a very good mascara, and it stays. It doesn't drop. It doesn't smudge. It's a good mascara. It's a really good product, so I'm happy with that. Probably will buy it again, but I want to go back to Dior for a bit first. Another thing, I haven't really done much with liners generally, because I use pencil as liners. There are two new liners waiting for me downstairs to look at. One of them, I think, is Tom Ford. I need to show you. Generally, Dior liner is very good because it's really thin, so you can draw pretty much anything you want with this. Budget alternative is L'Oreal, which is quite good as well because it's got quite thick and thin. You can draw pretty much what you want. Pencil wise, Charlotte Tilbury, I'm just showing it because I'm using it. I keep using it. It's not bad. It's a powder-based pencil, classic pencil, Audrey, but I think it's not as good still. For powder-based pencil, it's pretty good. So don't get me wrong. For more long-lasting pencils, I would recommend my always favorite, Dior. This is number 594, which is a dark brown. This is probably, I don't know how many pencils I had, about 6 or 7 I already had. So I use them all the time. It's my everyday one. I can't do without it. It really is one of the must-have things. It's very, probably just do a quick swatch. It's very easy to It's very easy to apply. So I mean, here I just don't make any effort. I just draw, and it stays on. It's very good. So 594. I will put all descriptions. I'm not gonna do titles, subtitles this time, guys, because it just takes so long to do. I've spent so much time yesterday till just after 2 o'clock. I finished editing video. It just takes a very long time to edit, so I'm just going to run the list down at the bottom and in description of all the products that I use. And this one is Dolce Gabbana. I think it's Dolce Gabbana. Yeah. Pencil, which is, I was told initially it was discontinued, but it actually hasn't been discontinued. So a woman at the airport told me, oh, they discontinued those, but they haven't. I found it on Harrods website, and they do it in Dolce Gabbana website as well. It's bronze. It's got bronze in it. So if I draw like that, you'll see it's got probably better like that. It's got bronze little. It's not a glitter, but it's a little bit of a. Can you see? And it's very long-lasting too. It's very good, long-lasting product. So that is my eyes, eyeliners, etc. But I also very often use Christian Dior in almost all of their palettes. They do this like a little paste. This is my one of the favorite ones, green. So here at the bottom, and they give you a special brush for this one. I lost it, but you can use. I just bought a brush which is very much. Hang on a sec. I've just had it literally now, and there we go. So this brush is Christian Dior brush for this sort of things, for liners. So you use the palette, you use the this paste, and it draws. How can I do this? I can do it like that. It just draws a really nice line as you want it for eyeliner. In each palette you have that, and it goes with that particular makeup, so you don't have to go brown if you use blue, say blue makeup or green. So that goes in there. Now let's start with eyeshadows. So eyeshadows, first of all, it's important to mention primer. Each eyeshadow, even the cheapest eyeshadow, will last longer if you use a primer underneath. There are primers, and there are also just shadows of natural color that I use. For example, this is Bare Study. I use underneath as a base, as a primer. If your eyes are oily, eyelids, and you struggle to keep eyeshadows on, this is a very powdery, sort of like matte, like a powder eyeshadow too, by MAC. I use MAC quite a lot for that, and it lasts long. It keeps them for long. It surely does. I also like. I've got two Charlotte Tilbury ones I really like. This one is rose gold, quite creamy, very soft, but also it stays long. Oh, you can't see it here. Hang on, I've already done my hand fully. It stays long very much all day. This is rose gold. And I've got another one which I very much like, called Jean. This is her range, Eyes to Mesmerize. It's for like mono eyeshadows, similar to this one. It's exceptionally good quality, similar to Tom Ford Extreme. There are some very similar Tom Ford products, and Charlotte Tilbury I already mentioned. So she worked there. I mentioned it in Russian. I think she worked there before. Starting her own brand. She worked for Tom Ford in development products. So the two, one other cream eyeshadow, Givenchy. I absolutely love it. This is my third tub. It's very, it's reflecting light, and it's like millions of little snowflakes. Really lovely, but you have to keep it tight, otherwise it dries very quickly. Now, eyeshadows, I will do swatches as much as I can. Probably not all of them, but I will show you as much as I can. So, two Helena Rubinstein. I have this is Lapis Flash. This blue, this white rather, has a little bit of blue, like holographic reflection. Absolutely lovely, stunning shadows. This is my second, and it lasts a very long time. I'm not using it very much, not very often. And the blue color is really bright, standing out. And a similar concept is also Helena Rubinstein. A white also has reflection, but not blue. Hasn't got a blue reflection, but it's just like holographic. It gives a really nice dimension to the eye. And this is dark gray, but also reflective. So that's another one of Helena Rubinstein, and this is called Black Onyx and Moonstone. So those are done. A couple of, they're for holidays really, like for Christmas parties, New Year parties. Dior single ones are, this is like headlights. This is incredibly bright, like it's really standing out. Your eyes like headlights. Don't use it often, don't use much of it, so this will last a few years. I had it for about 3 years already. I only use it maybe 3-4 times, and I absolutely love this golden one. This gold is more shiny and more, it's like headlights as well, really reflecting, but it's similar to Tom Ford Golden Mink of Golden Part. Now the shadows, two Charlotte Tilbury ones I quite like them. I think they are they're very expensive, and the fact I don't like about it is that there are no brushes. Every single other brand includes brushes. Even that tiny little Yves Saint Laurent, right? It's got little brushes, even for Mona. So you can put it in your bag and you can use it. This one, you have to have something with you, which is probably that travel size, which I think I have it at work. Travel size Charlotte Tilbury brushes. Yeah, I think I've got it at work actually. But the colors are fantastic. Similar to, again, very similar to Tom Ford. You can see that. This is beautiful color. Dolce Vita. And another one of Charlotte Tilbury. I only got 2 of her palettes. I don't intend to buy more. I don't think there are colors that I don't have anymore. I think I've got all of them. And this one, I just love it. The Rebel is fantastic, outstanding, really interesting combination of greens. So this is a champagne which you have pretty much in every palette, but these greens are, you look at them, this is something I would buy probably again if I can't find it in Tom Ford, if I can't find it in Chanel. I've got, in Dior. Dior I have green, really nice as well, but this is something. This is really stunning green. I'm not going to do swatches anymore because my hand is now covered with glitter and it's not going to give you right impression of the colors. But that is the Rebel Charlotte Tilbury. This is a very good product. One thing I already mentioned, I don't like that there are no brushes. I also don't like that they actually use up quite quickly. They're not as long-lasting in terms of the in the palette as, for example, Dior or Yves Saint Laurent. So that's one thing to bear in mind. So that's Charlotte Tilbury out of the way. Now I'm going to show you some of my Yves Saint Laurent. I've got 4. I've got one quite palette which is biggest probably for Yves Saint Laurent. I've got is that what's it called? Number 3, Paris. I used some of it. It's quite nice versatile, quite you know, for everyday use. You can dial it up, you can make it a bit maybe stronger, more dramatic eyes by using more darker colors. This one is color which you probably have everywhere in every palette anyway. It's like taupe standard. Champagne, I like the fact that champagne here is that you can see I use it quite a bit. It's quite nice sparkly champagne, and this is like a pink pale. This is a base color, pink pale, which goes very nicely with just these two together. So the matte combination of matte and shimmer goes very well. So it adds dimension to the eye. You just play with colors quite a lot. Then I very much like that. I'll show you another pink maybe first. Pink design, another Yves Saint Laurent, incredibly long-lasting colors, and that's where my husband said, "Oh, your eyes look so nice," and I said, "You've just noticed." It was a day when I was doing my first reviews on skincare, and I was wearing this. And by the time we went to bed, he just noticed, and he said, "Oh, your eyes look so stunning." And I said, "No, thanks for noticing now. It's been all day actually." But no, he said, "It's just the fact that normally you, by the end of the day, you just get tired, but the eyes looked really, really awake and nice." And that was that palette I used. So I suppose it's how you apply it as well, and brushes, etc. Very good colors. Nice combination of colors as well. This one I had, it's another Yves Saint Laurent palette I had for 3 years now. Very interesting colors, very intense, very pigmented. You can play with them. You can do combination of like that green and yellow. This is nice for again as maybe as a liner. Forgot the word. So really good palettes, and they do last long. I mean, this one I had, must be over 2 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago. I didn't use it quite a lot, but it's quite it's just unique in terms of the colors. You don't want it every day, but you use it for just different things. And if I do cool makeup, if I need, say, gray and blue, I can use that blue from here and maybe gray from Dior. So you can play and combine. This one is a little thing. I absolutely love it. I just totally love it. On the day, bright sunny day in summer, if you just use that just on its own, you don't need any other shadows and reflection of a, you won't see it here. You won't see it. You need daylight for it, really. You really do. But it's like millions of diamonds in the maybe pink sunset light. And it has brushes as well. I love it. It's totally long-lasting, brilliant. You don't use much of it, and it just doesn't end quickly. Not as quick as Charlotte Tilbury ones. Then also I have a couple of Tom Ford. You see, they're all so different. They're all very different. I can't say, oh, those are my favorite and this is my less favorite. They all are, but for different. I think for different images, different tones, like you want pink or grey or warm or cold or yellow or gold or whatever. I mean, it's like endless combinations. This is Tom Ford Golden Mink. I totally love that. That yellow gold sparkly. Can't see it like that. Let me just do swatches of this one actually. There are some of them you find like that, like taupe. You find in pretty much every palette of Tom Ford, because this is basic. You can't go without it. You really need to have it. So, and he doesn't know if we have it somewhere else in other palette, right? So that's why it goes into every palette, pretty much. But this is Golden Mink. You can see the color. You can see the quality, how it sits, and even if you mix it, you look at that. Golden Mink. And I got my first ever I bought Tom Ford is Orchid Haze, which is kind of interesting because it's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be cool, but it's actually warm as well. You can play it like warm. It's got nice warm two things on the top. This is again taupe, which is you find in every palette like we've got in the other one. This one, you can see I use it quite a bit, and it's all right. Let me do swatches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that is so rich. That is lovely. Look at that. And that. I mean, they're all lovely, don't they? Look fantastic. So that is Tom Ford. There are 3 more palettes waiting downstairs. This time I bought Double Indemnity, Daydream, and Nude Deep. Nude Deep, I was like a cat around a cream. Nude Deep, I wanted it for a very long time, and I haven't had. I just didn't buy it because I've got so much. But this time I decided I'm gonna have it. I'm really keen on that, and if you like something for a very long time, you really need to have it because it's just doing your head in if you don't. So Tom Ford, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only 7 Dior palettes. Some of them are really old, like I need to show you, like this one. Green colors here are superbly combined together. This one again is a green. It's like a green. It's like a paste, really dark green, to go as an eyeliner. It's brilliant. I've lost one brush there, but never mind. Another one I really like is that I haven't used much of it, but I have a little bit. It's Pink Design. It's one of the new-ish, more or less newish designs, in very much nude, sort of naked color. Again, I mean, I'm covered with all the different ones, so you won't probably get a full picture of each color. But again, here, what I like, they give you brushes. These brushes are suitable for all of these things, but this little paste there is a brown, right? So it's like a pencil, which can be, used with this brush. One of my very favorite designs, Christian Dior, is, now I broke the case. I'll probably end up replacing it, actually. I really like it. I use it quite a lot. You can see I have, I mean, used it very well. It's blue design. Colors are incredible, and it stays on all day, absolutely never moves anywhere. So that's Christian Dior quality. I think it's probably one of the best brands. Maybe it's the best brand in the world, I don't know. I quite like Tom Ford, I really like Yves Saint Laurent, but I think there is something in Dior which makes it just like extra superior. Another one is most of them, apart from some of this sort of design, they have this kind of paste in the corner, which you can use as eyeliner. I quite like both of these. This is warmer, similar to Golden Mink by Tom Ford, and this one is a cool sort of steel grey. I like that too. I haven't used it much. It's probably the one I used less. These two are least used by me. It's just I've got so many others, but I really need to start paying attention to this too. One is warm, which is called Endless Shine. It's really shiny, it's really shimmery, and the other one, it's called GRIS, G-R-I-S, GRIS, for whatever reason. And 2 more left. Absolutely love this one. Is similar to one of the similar in colors to the one I bought, Daydream, Tom Ford. This quality is unbelievably, exceptionally superb. Look at the pink color. I mean, all of it. And again, you've got a little paste here to do eyeliner. And they do have, you know, you don't have to have this special brush. These brushes are perfectly functional. I mean, they've got this little one with a little edge here, and that's what you do. And it just, perfect line, perfect line. Don't need pencils as such, and it stays on. You can see. I'm just trying to move it. It stays on. I'm all covered with all kind of stuff. And the last one to show, that's I think it's last year holiday collection. It's a really good, interesting combination. I thought never would work together, but when I did eyes, my last year holiday makeup, Christmas, New Year makeup, works really well together. It's silvery, it's very shimmery as well, it's very shiny. That dark black is superb. White, this is bronze, and I mean, they all are. Look at that. They really sort of stand out. It's not something that you would wear on a daily basis going to work, but it's actually for holiday, for New Year party, Christmas party, absolutely stunning. And it does stay as well. It's the thing about it. Even though those kind of things, we always think, oh, it's gonna move, it's gonna crease in a crease. They don't. They don't. Christian Dior never do. So that's absolute guarantee of quality, and I'm just so happy I've got it all, and I just hope I have enough years in my life to use them all up, and then buy some more. A couple of things I want to show you before I finish is, I can't say they're my favorite ones, but they are very, very good. They're very functional. I use them from time to time. I kind of tend to forget about them sometimes, but it's Urban Decay Naked, so nude-ish. This darker in a nice velvety case is the latest one, the last one. This is, you see, you've got cool tones here. Darker tones you can dial up. You can do day look, you can do evening look with that. I like that there is a taupe sort of, where is it? Here is that in more or less shimmery, really nice. That's really lovely color. And you also have that as like a base taupe, which is similar to the one you've got in Tom Ford in all palettes. Also shiny champagne. And this is base color. So brushes are very good too. Brushes are incredibly good. And Naked 3 is my favorite. It's more kind of pinkier, warmer. So that's the one. I use it quite a lot, as you can see. Have been loving it quite a bit. So there we go. This is my collection. I couldn't really sort of put any of my eyeshadows aside because I love them all. They're all very good quality. And once I've finished my lips collection, which is tomorrow, I hope, I still have to prepare for sort of New Year celebration. So I might not be able to do it tomorrow, but I try to do it before I go back to work on Thursday. And then we finish that, and then we start looking at the new things that I bought. So bye for now. I have to apologize. I haven't put any product in titles because it just takes a very long time to do, but I will list them all at the bottom in description bar. So if you have any questions, any specific names you want and you don't know, you're not sure which one is which, just give me a shout and I will respond. All right, thanks a lot and Happy New Year, everyone.